Hey, welcome sa mga nanonood out there. Hi everybody. Welcome to Karista Live TV. It's been a while. I think the last show was July. Summer came and we wanted to make sure that everybody has a chance to enjoy summer, and then the restrictions were lifted. So there was vacations galore and all of that stuff. So thank you so much doon sa who's going to be here on the show, who's watching right now. Hello. And we're looking forward to a great show. Joining me today, inyong favorite relationship managers, mortgage brokers. So first, let's welcome Sheila. Sheila Samson, any opening remarks for our audience?
Magandang tanghali po sa lahat ng nanonood at sumasubaybay at nakami sa Karista Live TV. Almost 1 month na pala since we had the last live TV po. Sa ating mga kababayan na naghahangad po na makabili ng bahay sa Canada, may lagi kami magandang balita sa inyo pag nakikita nyo kami na nandito sa live TV. Lahat po tayo ay kaya nating makabili ng 1, 2, o 3 pang bahay. Ang tanong lang lagi ng marami ay paano? May mga panuntunan po tayong dapat sundin at proseso na madali ninyong mapagtatagumpayan kung kayo po ay kukuha ng advice ng isang mortgage broker. Kaya po ang Karista Mortgage, nandito po kami ngayong araw na ito para ituro sa inyo ang do's and don'ts sa pagbili ng bahay. Kaya watch out lang po, huwag kayong aalis.
Thank you, Sheila. And of course, Carol Co, Relationship Manager, Mortgage Broker dito sa Karista Mortgage. Any comments for our viewers today, Carol?
Hi, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And yes, you're correct on that one, Sheila, sa mga iyong sinabi. And at the same time, I miss being here. Ito yung nakaka-excite sa akin ngayong araw na to at week na to. Ang aming Karista Live TV. And I'm so excited kasi bakit? Ito yung moment that we're going to share ano ba yung do's and don'ts ng mga first-time homebuyer dito sa Canada. Kasi may mga checklist yan eh. Pagka bibili akong bahay, ganito gusto ko, ganito. Ano nga ba yung dapat yung i-consider dun sa checklist nyo on hand? Dapat ba kailangan 2 yung garahe kagad? Kailangan detached kagad? Gusto ko may swimming pool pa, ganon. So let's do that one. It's a very exciting part. Yung journey na yan, it's so exciting, but you have to consider the do's and don'ts, okay? And we want to hold your hands on that one. So let's watch us. Please watch us.
Ayan. So thanks, Carol. And hi, Ate Lodi Fel. Thank you for joining us today. So I know that you guys love the show. A lot of people have reached out to us, bakit wala? And so we're bringing it back. You know what's very helpful? Type in kung ano yung mga topics na gusto nyong i-discuss namin. Type in kung ano po yung favorite part nyo sa show so we can keep bringing it forward. Kasi yung inspirasyon na galing sa inyo, much more powerful yon at nakakaengganyo po for us to keep going. So, thank you po, Rosan. Hello, thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, so I'm going to start my presentation. So stay tuned, and Carol and Sheila will be joining us a little bit later. So for today's Karista Live TV, ito po ang ating pag-uusapan. So I'm going to give you some mortgage updates since the last show. And buying a home for first-time home buyer do's and don'ts brought to you by a first-time home buyer and also brought to you by Sheila and Carol, straight from the mouths and straight from the experiences of our past first-time home buyers. And then we're going to talk about our upcoming much-awaited first-time home buyer webinar. A lot of our clients have been waiting for that. So just wanted to let you know, I'm going to go through some historical data. Bakit particular ako sa history today? Because history is a vast early warning system, according to Norman Cousins. It's also a resource, according to Laura Linney. Tapos, according naman kay, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Baruch Spinoza, if you want the present to be different from the past, study the past. And then finally, Confucius. Sabi niya, study the past if you would define the future. So, yung ating historical data coming from the past, ituturo ko po sa inyo why it is important and then ano po ang benefits sa inyo, why you should use it or how you could use that, okay? So first, Canada's inflation rate. According to Statistics Canada, for July 2021, ang inflation rate was 3.7%. Okay? Ang target inflation range ng Bank of Canada is 1.75 to 2.75. Ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Before COVID, when the Bank of Canada nakita nilang inflation rate is 3.7%, it's usually a trigger for them to increase rates. Bakit? They want to make sure that the economy doesn't get too hot. Yung presyo hindi masyadong tumaas. The demand, economic activity is not too hot. So when they increase that rate, yung mga tao hindi masyadong gagastos. But that was pre-COVID. Kapag nakita niya yung 3.7, magtataas siya ng interest rate. And then, pag tinaas niya yung variable rate, ang mangyayari yung fixed rate, it will anticipate the potential increase sa variable, so magtataas din. So technically, in terms of mortgage, pag nakita natin to noon, tataas ang variable, and then, tataas yung fixed, and then tataas yung variable. So bakit hindi nangyari yan? Well, because Bank of Canada said, inflation is likely to remain above 3% through the second half of this year and ease back towards 2% in 2022 as short-term imbalances diminish and considerable overall slack in the economy pulls inflation lower. The factors pushing up inflation are transitory, but their persistence and magnitude are uncertain and will be monitored closely. What does all these words mean? So basically, ang ibig sabihin po ng Bank of Canada, na-anticipate na po nila na ang inflation mataas. But they also said temporary lang po because basically the economy is trying to catch up doon sa nangyari during COVID. Siyempre, nung COVID, masyadong maraming hindi naggastos and businesses didn't really invest. And in fact, some businesses closed down. So siyempre, pag nag-open, anticipate na medyo mataas yung activity, mataas yung pressure ng konti as it adjusts. So yun po siya. Sabi niya, temporary lang siya. So ang sabi ng Bank of Canada, hindi sila magtataas ng interest rate kahit na mataas yung inflation rate, even the second half of this year. Kailan po nila ina-anticipate yung interest rate? So predictions, forecast. Ang forecast po is ang rates tataas po latter half of 2022. Okay, so pag sinabi pong forecast, ibig pong sabihin doon, best guess. So nobody could really anticipate kung magkakatotoo. Bakit po? Kasi with the Delta variant happening and other things that's happening in the world, even though sinasabi nila na pwede nilang itaas yung interest rate, posible din po na hindi pa rin nila ituloy. So ang sabi nila, pag tinaas nila yung interest rate ng latter part of 2022, they're anticipating a total of 0.75 and even as high as 1% rate increase over 2 years from the latter part of 2022 all the way to 2024. So yun po yung sinasabi nila. So ina-anticipate na makaka-apekto yan sa potential ng fixed and potential na variable. What does this mean to you? Does it mean na you go in a panic and start locking your rate or do something drastic with that information? No. Pag narinig po ninyo na tumaas yung inflation rate, just stand back and see. Kasi even though, again, they're going to predict that rates may go up, it doesn't mean that. So kung kayo'y merong variable and then you're panicking, it's more important for you to remember why you took the variable, what is your 5-year plan, instead of making a knee-jerk reaction based on haka-haka or future prediction kung ano yung posibleng mangyari. Okay? Next, let's look at the report from Mortgage Professional Canada's annual State of the Residential Mortgage Market. So they issued a report. Ito po yung nangyari sa mortgage industry in 2020. Bakit ginagamit ko yung data in 2020? Remember, history is a resource for all of us and we can learn from it. So according to their report, 33% of mortgage holders took action to shorten their amortization. So sa lahat ng mga taong may mortgage, only 33% lang po ang take advantage sa accelerated mortgage payment. Okay? And then, ano yung mga ginawa nila? 17% nag-lump sum payment. So, naglagay sila ng isang amount na makakatulong sa pagbaba ng principal. Ang average amount po ng lump sum payments was $28,000. 15% increased their payment. So, tinaas po nila yung mortgage payment nila. Even though the bank is requiring a certain amount, itinaas nila. So, ang average po is $470 yung kanilang itinaas. And then, 16% po increase the payment frequency, meaning they must have changed it instead of monthly, they change it to bi-weekly or maybe weekly. Ano po ang benefit in knowing these data? Ang benefit po, nakita nyo na 33% lang. If you want to progress in paying off your mortgage faster, if you want to progress in building more equity, if you want to pay less interest rate, please pay attention. Itong 33% of Canadians, they were able to do this. So it means pwede nyo rin pong gawin. Use this po para maging inspirasyon sa inyo na itakal po ninyo yung principal or yung balance ninyo sa inyong mortgage. Next po, MPC also shared ano yung top sources of down payment for first-time home buyers. 84% po nanggaling po sa personal savings. 25% gifts from parents or family. As first-time home buyer, most of the time, ang challenge po natin is the down payment. Did you know na, yun nga, it doesn't have to come from your personal savings. Pwede kang tulungan ng iyong magulang, ng iyong mga kapatid, ng inyong mga grandparents sa down payment. Allowed po yan. So, tulong-tulong, bayanihan, it's common. 30% loan from a financial institution. Case-by-case basis, some banks allow it, some banks don't. So if you want more information about this, reach out to us and we will let you know. Kasi makaka-impact din po sa purchase price ninyo when there's a loan involved. 26% po, they withdrew money from their RRSP. So again, pagdating po sa RRSP, posible po yon. It's tax-free. You can take it out as long as you're a first-time home buyer. We will be discussing that sa ating upcoming first-time home buyer webinar, which we're going to talk about later. And then 14% loan from parents or other family members. So yan po ang mga sources of down payment sa mga mortgage na nangyari in 2020. So maganda po yung information na yan. Next, these are other good historical data na dapat ninyong malaman from the same report. They said 57% po ng mortgage payment is going to principal. Why is this such a big deal? What's so good about this data? It's because historically, noong 2019, only 47% lang po ang pumupunta sa principal. So tumaas. Bakit mas mataas ngayon? Kasi po, mas mababa po yung interest. In fact, in the 80s and 90s, only 10% lang po ng mortgage payment ninyo ang pupunta dapat sa principal. So, take advantage of this time. And then finally, 90% of homeowners who are 90% po ng mga buyers, they are happy with their decision to buy a home. 90%. And then yung the rest of the 10%, most of the time, it's because yung property na nabili nila merong naging issue. So, itong mga information na ito, itong mga dinescribe ko po sa inyong historical data, what can you learn from this and how can you use this information? So first, yung Bank of Canada, they're holding off on the rate increase. So, ibig sabihin, there's no need for you to panic because sometimes pag naririnig nyo yung baka tumaas yung rate, baka tumaas yung rate, baka tumaas yung rate. Well, the Bank of Canada said, we're not going to do anything about that. So there's no need for you to panic and no need for you to create or do any knee-jerk reactions na hindi naman magkakaroon ng tamang impact para sa inyong mortgage. Next, use accelerated payment tools. Okay? So nakita nyo po, please use that. Yung mga pinakita ko kanina para i-tackle po ninyo yung principal ng inyong mortgage. Kasi minsan, ang normal problem po ng mga first-time homebuyer or even homeowner, pagdating po sa mortgage, they're very particular. yung payment, magkano yung dito, but after they move sa kanilang bahay, yung mortgage is like a set it and forget it. Di na nila alam. In fact, alam lang nila yung interest rate nung negotiation part and nag-sign ng approval, and after that, they don't even know, and then they don't know their payment. So please use that, yung knowledge na yon, in order to be more focused and be strategic or tactical, na i-tackle po ninyo yung principal ng inyong mortgage. Para lumaki yung equity nyo, and more equity means more possibility na makabili kayo ng pangalawa, pangatlong property. Kasi yung equity po niyon, ayan pwede nyo gamitin for future down payment. And then, learn from popular sources of down payment and deploy. So, para sa mga first-time homebuyer, even yung second time, third time, kung ang challenge po ninyo is down payment, nakita po nyo yung potential sources of down payment. So pagka mag-aalangan kayo at wala kayong idea kung saan nyo pwedeng gamitin o saan kayo pwedeng kumuha ng down payment, use the data, use the historical data that I showed earlier para magkaroon kayo ng potential source ng inyong down payment. And then finally, use the good data to empower you. So most of the time, ang first-time home buyer, very worried na baka magkamali sila. Maybe this is not a good time to buy and what have you. Those good data that I showed earlier, nakita nyo, ang benefit to buy now for the same house, yes, more of your payment is going towards principal. So after 5 years, mas marami kang equity, mas marami kang wealth, and then, yun pong 90% ng mga bumili, masaya sila, wala pong nagsisi. So instead of dwelling po sa fear, baka, again, gamitin po nyo yung information na na-share namin sa inyo para makatulong po sa inyo. And speaking of good data, we have our first-time Homebuyer Webinar po. The last time we did this was July, so it's really anticipated by a lot of people. September 9 po, Thursday, 6:30 to 8:30. Please join us. So ito po yung agenda. Ako po, I'm going to discuss why it's a good idea to be a homeowner and how to do it. And then Melissa, our legal expert, is going to share some legal tips for first-time home buyers. And then Joey Polerang, ating favorite inspector, is going to share some home inspection tips. And of course, we have question and answer. So marami po kaming first-time home buyer na nakabili ng property. They've watched the webinar and they feel empowered. In fact, we have someone right now, she was just like you, nanood, and then from there, she became a homeowner. So we're so proud of her. And so we want to play this video. She's going to share with you her do's and don'ts para ma-inspire kayo at makita nyo kung anong posible para sa inyo. Let's play it right now.
Magandang buhay mga kababayan. My name is Siennalyn Encina and I'm here to discuss to you our personal do's and don'ts in buying your first time home here in BC. But first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Karista for leading the way, opening our eyes, and to simply being there, being part of this wonderful journey. And that's buying our first time property here in BC. So Karista Mortgage, maraming salamat po. Number 1 po sa mga do ko is be empowered. Attend those seminars. In fact, ako 2 o 3 beses akong umattend ng seminar nila. And each time na umattend ako, I feel empowered kasi yung audience nila are asking questions, unique questions. So, yung jar ko, sabi ko nga yung jar ko is
Okay, I'm so I think sorry everybody. I'm so sorry about that. We're having technical difficulties. We're going to fix that. You have to fix that, and then we will be showing that next. I just want to see, I see Sheila and Carol. Hopefully they can join us so they can share with us some do's and don'ts sa ating first-time home buyer, from our first-time home buyers. So if you can just stay tuned right now so we can have Sheila and Carol back on the show.
Hi, we're back.
Yes, there you go.
This is the exciting part. Mamimigay na po kami ng bahay. Please write your name. Magpaparaffle na po kami.
Ayan. So, sino mauna? Sheila, Carol? Bago
Ako
kayo
muna,
magparapol.
ako muna, bago ka magparapol, Caroline.
Yes.
So, do's. Isa sa napaka-importanting do's na natutunan ko over the past 4 years, over almost 4 years na nagpi-pre-approve tayo ng mga client natin is magpa-pre-approval. Yun yung number one. Number one do's. Magpa-pre-approval kayo. I have this client. She's been here to Canada 10 years. Pangalanan na lang natin siyang Ariane. She's been here in Canada for almost 10 years. Ang gustong-gusto niya makabili ng bahay. Pero ang sabi sa kanya, hindi pa daw siya makakabili. Kasi nga daw, mas maganda magrenta, walang babayarang property tax, walang babayarang strata, walang babayarang utility bills. So sa 10 taon, nangungupahan siya, 1,000 upa ang mura, murang-mura siya. Noong siya ay nakausap namin, nakapanood siya ng isa sa mga Facebook videos natin, nag-inquire siya and sinabi na niya na alam ko hindi ako makakabili. Negative na kaagad siya. Sabi ko hindi. Lahat ng mga tao dito sa Canada, basta alam mo lang kung paano ka mag-i-start, paano ka makakabili, is yun nga, magpa-pre-approval kayo. Pinre-approve namin siya. And after 3 months, nakabili siya ng bahay. Yung pong kanyang property ngayon, ang bayad lang niya sa mortgage, 1,100. Ang kanyang dating upa sa bahay niya, 1,000. Bakit? Kasi nakabili po siya ng bahay na noong kasagsagan ng COVID, may detached property pa siyang nabibili na talagang mura. Napaupahan niya yung ilalim at yung taas po, doon sila nakatira. Imagine, 100 na lang yung binabayad nila sa mortgage. Happy siya, ang saya-saya niya at ngayon po, after siguro 6 months ng pagkakabili niya, nagpaplano na ulit silang bumili ng pangalawa nilang rental property. So bakit? Dahil nagpa-pre-approval sila. Pangalawang dus ko po, yung isang client naman natin hindi pa pwedeng makabili, nagpa-pre-approval. Kaya natin nalaman na hindi pa makakabili. So noong natapos namin i-pre-approve, nagkaroon ng challenge. Ang challenge niya doon sa kanyang credit. So dahil inayos natin, na-pre-approve natin, nalaman natin kung ano yung kailangang ayusin, ang pangalan po niya, itago na lang natin sa pangalan Kuya Elmer. So itong si Kuya Elmer, hindi maganda ang kanyang credit, inayos natin for 7 months nating inayos, naging masunurin siya. Now, dahil sa pagiging masunurin niya, isa na po siyang homeowner ngayon na meron na po siyang 3-bedroom townhome at masaya silang nakatira ng kanilang buong pamilya. Una, pre-approval. Pangalawa, maging masunurin kayo sa inyong mga licensed mortgage broker kasi po hindi po kayo mapapahamak. Bibigyan po kami po ay inyong guide, ang inyong mapa para po kayo ay para bang GPS para kayo ay makadating doon sa inyong destinasyon. Yun po yung aking do's for you for today.
Okay, thank you, Sheila. Ayan, so hopefully that inspired yung ating mga first-time home buyer pagdating po sa pagbili ng property. What about you, Carol? Do's and don'ts.
For me, I have 3 dito sa list. Ito yung, I'm gonna share it kasi ito yung mga na-experience ko during discovery call. Na kapag ka napapaliwanagan nila, at saka yung number 1 din na natatanong during our first-time homebuyer webinar, di ba? First is yung 5% down payment for first-time homebuyer. Actually, na benefits siya. It's not a benefit ng first-time homebuyer. Pero 5% ang minimum required down payment kapag ka less than 500,000 at saka pagka owner-occupied ang bibili natin at principal residence. resident siya. So kung ang nag-worry ka, hindi, nakabili na ako ng bahay before, tapos hindi na ako first-time homebuyer. Or nasama yung pangalan ko before sa isang mortgage, so hindi ka na first-time homebuyer. And then like, hindi ka na first-time homebuyer, but you can still do a 5% down payment. Kasi principal residence or owner-occupied yung bibili natin. Yun siya. And the other is yung myth ng believing with your friends and not to the expert. Ito yung hindi ka pwede makabili ng bahay kasi meron kang auto loan. Sabi, ate, dapat nung nakausap ko pa kayo last year bago ko bumili ng kotse. Kaso sinabihan ako nung kaibigan ko na pagka may auto loan ako, ganyan-ganyan, hindi ako makakabili. So, ang daming horror story na ganyan na they just decided to purchase another auto loan. So, nagdalawa yung auto loan nila kasi meron na kami yung una, bibili na lang kami ulit, di kami makakabili ng bahay. No, do not stop there to explore your options na talk to us, talk to a mortgage broker, to an expert na iba kasi yung scenario nung kaibigan mo that time, kaya hindi siya nakabili ng bahay, hindi dahil yun dun sa kotse na binili niya. Okay? Meron yung ibang storya. So, talk to us, call us, or attend our first-time homebuyer webinar. And the other is, ito yung going directly to the bank. Okay? So, working with a mortgage broker we are also working with 52 to 62 different lenders. Kasi if you go to the bank, you're only dealing with one interest rate. And then the relationship that you will have there is different. So, I'll give an example to Kuya Lindon and Ate Marina. When they attended our first-time homebuyer webinar last year, July, they're so hesitant to attend it. First, kasi nakita nila sa Facebook kami na nag-ads lang. Nakita lang that we're attending, but our values is to educate our kababayan na Tagalog yung may educate sa kanila. May explain yung mga English terms lang pagbili ng bahay dito sa Canada. It's so different then. So, pag-attend nila, sige, pagbigyan ko nga ito. Attend sila, nag-register sila, and then they saw the webinar, Bernadette presenting what are the benefits or what are the mistakes and challenges of a first-time homebuyer. Naliwanagan sila. And then hesitant pa rin sila mag-discovery call for 15 minutes. So, tumawag ako one time and then they did the discovery call. Sinabi ko, kailan nyo planong bumili ng property? 2022 pa. So, okay po, sure, no worries, 2022 po bibili. Pero planuhin lang po natin muna kung ano yung ano po yung pwede nyong paghandaan at ano yung kailangan nating i-reading down payment. Okay, so that was 2020. Forward na natin. Tumawag ako ulit ng January. Kuya, kamusta po ang New Year nyo? And then, plano pa po ba natin bumili next year? Oh, kamusta? Carol, kamusta ba yung interest rate? Kamusta ba yung qualifying rate? And ganyan. And then, after a month like that, nakabili sila ng property nila and they are so happy kasi meron na silang bahay at the same time tumutubo na yung kanilang property value sa market. And the other would be is nag-worry sila dito na ang gusto nila mangyari is, Carol, meron kami paparenovate sa bahay pero we don't have a budget. So, tinulungan natin sila magkaroon ng home purchase plus improvement na hindi yung credit card nila yung magkakaroon ng interest rate, ng interest, but kasama na yun doon sa mortgage nila. Si bangko pa rin ang nagbayad ng kanilang pang-improve ng bahay nila. So, that's a very good story that they didn't stop there. Yung akala nila na scam kami or akala nila that we're just, may bayad kami, but we don't have a mortgage broker fee.
Yan. So, magandang story po yan. So, again, yung ating, meron tayong comment first of all, Carol, Ana, agrees with you. Tama po yan, Miss Carol. Another clear analogy ay hindi dahil pareho ng sakit has the same medication. O, di ba? Totoo naman po yun. So, yung pong sitwasyon ng friend ninyo, magkaiba kayo. That's why for me, even though I've been doing this 20 years, why do I keep doing it? Kasi each family, each situation is so different. So, bawat isa, very unique ang inyong case. Now, ang sabi din ni Carol is, sometimes medyo nag-aagam-agam po tayo, maybe nag-aalangan tayong umattend ng mga event na ito. It's free po, so no risk to you at hindi po kami namimilit. Bakit hindi kami namimilit? Kasi po hindi kami yung magbabayad ng mortgage. So bakit kami mamimilit? So we believe and respect your own timing. Ang puso po namin is just really to educate you. Kaya po Tagalog kasi mas malapit sa puso at mas madaling intindihin. So, hello Vilma, thank you so much for joining us today. So kung meron po kayong questions, please make sure you type it in and we can address that. In the meantime, straight from the horse's mouth, let's try again yung video ng ating first-time homebuyer, Sienna Kerubin, para pag-usapan ko na yung nangyari sa kanya.
Magandang buhay mga kababayan. My name is Siennalyn Encina and I'm here to discuss to you our personal do's and don'ts in buying your first time home here in BC. But first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Karista for leading the way, opening our eyes, and to simply being there, being part of this wonderful journey. And that's buying our first time property here in BC. So Karista Mortgage, maraming salamat po. Number 1 po sa mga do ko is be empowered. Karista is conducting Tagalog live seminars every now and then. So, please do attend those seminars. In fact, ako, 2 o 3 beses ako umattend ng seminar nila. And each time na umattend ako, I feel empowered kasi yung audience nila are asking questions, unique questions. So, yung jar ko, sabi ko nga yung jar ko is filled every time na uma-attend ako ng first time home buyer nila, seminar nila. They also have videos, tag talks. I recommend that you watch them kasi you will learn yung mga terminologies used in real estate and kung ano yung mga kailangan nyo malaman sa pagbili ng unang home ninyo rito sa Canada or sa BC. They also have Friday seminars like live sessions. They're inviting top-notch realtors, lawyers, and inspector and mga accountants that would help you talaga in terms of buying your new house. So, may enlighten kayo. So, please do be empowered by following Karista po sa FB nila. So, ask questions. Pangalawa po sa mga do's ko is ask questions. Karista is very patient and kind in answering all your questions. Ako kahit paulit-ulit yung mga tanong ko, and I think I already asked the most stupid questions sa Karista, but they are very, very accommodating. From the top, Miss Bernadette, Miss Sheila, Miss Carol, and to Miss Rachel, maraming salamat in answering all my questions. Third po sa mga do's ko is help your realtor to look for your dream house. Make sure na alam ninyo kung saan kayo bibili ng house. Marami pong lugar. And kailangan alam nyo kung saan nyo gusto kasi para alam din ni realtor ninyo kung ano ibibigay sa inyong house. Let them know kung ano yung gusto niyo. Gusto niyo ba ng bahay? Gusto niyo ba ng townhouse? Gusto niyo ba ng condo? That will depend on your pre-approval then. So, help your realtor to help you. Prepare all the documents. Alamin nyo kung saan nyo kukunin yung documents nyo. Like what? Like the LOE. Alamin nyo kung ilang araw ninyo makukuha yung LOE nyo. Kasi pag dumating yung time na kailangan nyo na talagang i-provide yung mga information na yon or documents na yon, magugulat ka na lang na kailangan ko na talaga itong ibigay in a short span of time. So, alamin nyo kung saan nyo kukunin yung documents nyo. If you're going to buy your first property, like tumitingin kayo, make sure na yung titingnan ninyo is yung mas mababa dun sa pre-approval ninyo. Bakit? Sa ngayon kasi, masyadong mababa yung supply, mataas yung demand. So, sa isang property, merong mga 5 o 6 o more than 10 na bumibili ng bahay and iba-iba yung mga i-offer nila. So, kung mas mababa kasi yung titingnan ninyong bahay dun sa pre-approval ninyo, meron pa kayong margin para sa bidding ninyo. Yun yung pinaka-the best siguro na do's ko. Make sure na mas mababa yung bibilin yung property compared dun sa pre-approval ninyo. Pay yung mga maliliit yung debts as much as possible kasi minsan kailangan nyo i-stretch yung bibilin yung bahay, kailangan nyo i-stretch yung pre-approval ninyo, and kapag nabayaran nyo yung maliliit na debts nyo, dun lang ma-stretch talaga yung pre-approval ninyo. So, yun po yung mga do's ko. Mga don'ts ko naman is don't apply for any loans that would hurt your credit score rating. Bakit? medyo hold off nyo po kung gusto nyo bumili ng bahay. Hold off nyo lang muna yung pagbili ninyo or yung plano ninyong pagbili ng kotse, ng bagong kotse or pag-loan ninyo. Kasi malaking bagay yon, malaking bagay na wala kayong gaanong debts, wala kayong gaanong utang at mataas yung credit score rating ninyo para maganda rin yung ibigay sa inyo na pre-approval rate. Don't get dismayed kung hindi nyo nakuha yung property na gusto ninyo. Marami din yan. At darating yung oras na makukuha nyo rin. Sabi nga nila, in God's perfect timing. So, siguro ang pinaka-best advice na ibibigay ko sa inyo is pray na makuha ninyo yung gusto ninyo. But then again, don't get dismayed kung hindi nyo nakuha kasi in God's time talaga. Lahat is in God's time, in God's perfect timing. So, yun lang po mga kababayan. I hope this help you with buying your new house or new home here in BC. And again, maraming salamat po, Karista. Oh, just so you know nga pala, Karista is like a kape for me. They're like coffee. Sabi nga nila, Karista is all in one for me. Kasi si Karista yung nagbigay sa amin ng realtor. Well, first of all, sila yung nag-pre-approve sa amin. Sila yung tumulong sa akin in terms of opening my eyes nga in buying our new property or our property here in Canada. And nag-provide din sila ng realtor, nag-provide din sila ng lawyer sa akin, even the inspector. So, I believe Karista has helped us a lot in this journey as mentioned earlier. So, hopefully kayo rin po ay matulungan ng Karista. To everyone, good luck po. I wish you all the best and God bless to everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great day po. Bye-bye.
Ayan, holy cow, thank you, Sheda. She's so inspiring, no? So,
She
parang kailan lang she's attending this, she's asking questions, she attended the webinar. Sheila, any feedback?
Oh my gosh, it's a long process. Nakakataba ng puso. Yung naririnig ko kay Shena, ito yung natutunan niya sa pag-attend niya sa webinar, sa pagtatanong niya. Tama yung kanyang dusbi, yun talaga yung ginagawa niya since the very beginning na nakilala natin siya. Dahil nga pang-apat niya nang attend ng webinar. Thank you so much, Ate Shena, na talagang nakita mo naman yung iyong journey na napagtagumpayan mo, nakarating ka sa patutunguhan mo. Pero hindi tayo doon nagtatapos dahil meron pa tayong pangalawa, pangatlo na bahay na bibilhin na susunod. Salamat ng marami.
Okay, Carol.
Dahil dyan, ang dami ko natutunan kay Ate Siennalyn. Para siyang mortgage broker
I
naman.
was gonna say that.
Diba? With those information that she's providing, that nakaka-empowered. If kahit ako, I'm so happy and grateful sa kanya while watching her that because Sheila saw her journey and first attend and then nag-wait ng months and then dumating si Rachel and super happy kasi alam mong she wants to buy a property. The will is in there and then she trusted God and then super ang galing, happy. She said that. It's my first time to watch that.
Oh, thank you. Good feedback from Carol. And we have a message here from Ayan. Juliet, I never get tired listening to your webinars. Love the way you teach others to keep their eyes up, looking for opportunities to enrich the lives of others with what we have learned. You really have made a difference in individuals' lives. Keep up the good work. So thank you po, Ate. Thank you so much for that feedback. Yung mga ganyan pong feedback nakaka-inspire po to keep going. And kasi minsan we worry that maybe nagsasawa na kayo sa amin or maybe we're not giving enough value. So yan po, keep up the great work. Yeah, so yan po nakakatulong po sa amin. Sa marami pong salamat. So again, yung mga nagre-rent po dyan, nananawagan po kami sa inyo, please register for upcoming first-time homebuyer webinar po. It's free. Wala hong bayad. Bakit wala pong bayad? Because we feel that we want to remove the barriers in education para magkaroon kayo ng inspiration, information. Yan po, register lang po kayo. You can watch us in the comfort of your home through your cell phone, through your iPad, through your computer. So, ayan po, meron po tayong magagandang guest na talagang passionate din po na ma-educate kayo. So, thank you so much. And then, if you want us to have more shows like this, please type in your message po kung ano po ang gusto ninyong i-tackle namin. Nagbabagang mga issue na gusto niyo pong i-tackle natin sa susunod sa Karista Live TV. Hi, Mary Ann. Hello. Thank you po. Beautiful girls of Karista daw. Salamat. Thank you for joining us. So, yun, paki-type lang po or send us a private message. And before we close, we want to hear from Carol. Any last words for our viewers?
Yes, we would love to invite you at I hope to see you there, guys, sa Thursday, 6:30 ng hapon sa September 9. Mag-register kayo sa link on this Facebook Live that we have. And I hope you can share this to your friends kasi it's gonna be a huge difference na makanood kayo ng first-time homebuyer webinar namin na Tagalog, di ba? Na hindi na ita-translate or i-google pa. Kami na mag-google sa inyo kung anong Tagalog doon. It's very simplified and these are the mistakes and challenges that you have to know as a first-time homebuyer po.
Thank you, Carol. Sheila?
Sabi nga ni Ernie Baron, kung kilala nyo siya, knowledge is power. So, kaya manood po kayo ng aming first-time homebuyer webinar para katulad ng sinabi ni Carol at ni Ate Shena, let's be all empowered. Doon din tayo, makakarating din tayo. Mag-start tayong manood ng webinar on Thursday, September 9. Kita-kita po tayo, 6:30 po ito ng hapon. Marami pong salamat.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
See you.